So where are we going to?
Okay, we're off to Pinecrest Center, Pinetown.
And what we're up to over there?
So we're going to, I'm going to clone my phone. I bought this new phone on Sunday, and the technician there wasn't able to clone the phone. So there's a special guy coming in. So we're going to go and clone my phone. And then we got 2 SIM cards for our old phones, which we are going to insert in the old phones.
Yeah, it's always good to have a spare phone on hand.
Yes.
So what phone did you get? Because
Okay,
whatever I got, I'm sure you got exactly the same as mine.
Yes,
Which was?
the Hawaii P30 Lite. In fact, I was quite happy with my P9 Lite, but I was due for an upgrade, and it's always good to, upgrade.
Yeah. And in my case, I chose that phone because the contract package allowed for that phone. So we didn't want anything too expensive. But from the specs that we saw in terms of the memory space and the speed on that phone, it was like 10 times more than the one that we already had. So that's the reason why we both
Decided to upgrade.
to go for the P30 Lite. So now we're going to get the guys to do a swim, to swap the SIM from the old phones onto the new phones, which we would have done on the day, but we just needed to use the older phones for a little longer. But in your case, you didn't clone the phone.
No, they was having issues with cloning my phone because my Google Play on the phone.
But why were you so insistent on cloning the phone? I mean,
Me?
you didn't have to clone the phone.
Because I want the whole couple years of memories that I have, the photographs especially, I want to transfer it to my new phone. And if you can do it, I mean, technology allows it with this phone having so much of memory space, why not?
That's true.
And then obviously what I'm going to do now is, once I've done that, I will go through the new one, and like all my foodie stuff, I've got a lot of pictures of food. I'm going to obviously see which ones are relevant, and I'll just delete which are not, and delete the irrelevant one.
Yeah. Well, just driving through Pinetown, we're going to show a bit of Pinetown.
Okay, so this is a typical Saturday just before midday in Pinetown Central. We're basically on our Pinetown Central.
Yeah. So, show some of the shops and all as we've been. This is the old original part of Pinetown, Hill Street, on that side, where obviously we can't be getting out of the car, but
Okay,
point out to the window here, that's Hill Street, which was the central of Pinetown, the business center of Pinetown. And the shopping centers, basically, with the emergence of the shopping centers, I mean, here's McDonald's. Most of the stuff in Pinetown has moved to the Pinecrest Center, which was originally called the Harnam Serra. On this side is the library. We're heading towards the Pinecrest Center, which a lot of the major stores have moved into this center. Whereas previously they used to all be based in the Hill Street area of Pinetown. But it made more business sense for them all to move into the center, which is approximately 40 years old. I may be wrong, but I think it's about 40 years. Maybe 35 years old approximately. This has been newly renovated. It covers an entire block from the corner of Glenugie Road all the way to the other end. And at the moment we are on Kings Road. So as you can see, it's a hustle and bustle.
A typical Saturday morning.
Yeah. So as you can see, it's a typical Saturday with its Saturday's chaos. We have to try and maneuver ourselves around cars, trying to turn into the other center across,
Pedestrians walking.
which is the other center there. And as you can see, the Pinecrest Center comes all the way to Anderson Road. So it spans from Unugi Road along Kings Road all the way up to Anderson Road. So it's quite a big block. In its days, when it was first developed, it was the biggest shopping center in KwaZulu Natal. But now, obviously, there's much bigger shopping centers than that. Namely the Pavilion and the Gateway, and a few others spread out across KwaZulu Natal. But in its days, when it was first developed, it boasted of being the largest shopping complex in KwaZulu Natal.
Okay, today it seems to be busy. There's actually a queue to go in, a long queue.
I'm showing the queue.
Yep.
That was heavy traffic. Just getting into the complex, into the shopping mall. But they seem to have sorted out the problem. It was a technical issue with the boom gate. So, and here we enter as you can see, it's newly renovated with some nice eating places. Now we just have to find some parking. Not today. Not today, right? Yeah. No, not today. Okay. That's our famous guy at the parking lot. Stands around watching cars. We normally support him. One day we'll get a chance to introduce him. Okay, let's park here. I don't like to park here normally because there's a pesky car guard who feels that it's his right. And there's him here. And I was trying to avoid him. But in any case, we're going to park right here. On this end of the mall, I guess. So we're going to show you a bit of Pine Town from this wall here. This is a view from the Harnam Center of a little bit of Pine Town, and your Sarah wearing her mask, and of me wearing mine. So we're going to go into the center. Oh, thank God I checked it. Hi, how are you? You good? Wait for my camera. So we're going to put the camera off. We're not sure if we're allowed to film inside, but we'll film some other time inside.